Welcome to the Success Sensei Podcast for anyone interested in success, happiness, and balance. We'll teach you how to be a black belt at life. And now, your host, former professional fighter, multiple world champion, entrepreneur, and investor, Robert Devane.
Bowing in. This is Roundhouse Rob, the Success Sensei, helping you to win at life one kick and punch at a time. And this is the Friday Blitz.
The Success Sensei Friday Blitz coming at ya.
Episode 78. At what point will you be happy? At what point will you be happy? Hopefully you listened to the one the podcast released on Wednesday, which was 4 things you have in common with millionaires. So what I like to do with the Friday Blitz is always kind of tie it in. It's a little bit of an offshoot of the main podcast that goes out on a Wednesday. And the Friday Blitz goes out every Friday. So if you're a new listener, and I know there's some new listeners out there, please have a listen to the back catalogue. We're up to number 78 at this stage, so there's quite a few to listen to, so you get the gist of the way these podcasts and just the style of the Success Sensei podcast, and just to catch up for future episodes. So at what point will you be happy? Now there is a question. What does that even mean? Well, it basically means, is your future expected happiness tied to a material possession? Is it tied to, once I have a certain type of car, then I'll be happy. Once I have a certain type of clothes, I can wear a certain type of clothes, then I'll be happy. Once I have a certain amount of money in the bank, then I will be happy. So once my net worth is such and such a figure, then I will be happy. Because guess what? If you tie your happiness to these things, you will be extremely disappointed, because when you achieve them, that happiness is fleeting. It doesn't last very long. Like purchasing, when you purchase a fast car, they say it's only fast for the first 2 weeks. Then it becomes normalized and you look for a faster car. So your happiness levels decrease. So everything that you have tied your happiness levels to may not actually be the secret to your happiness. So I know it's corny and it's cheesy. You hear people saying, look, real happiness is the time you spend with your loved ones, etc. And sure, of course it is. Who am I, who are you to disagree with that? We all know it's true. I'm not going to be patronizing and tell you the same thing again. You know that. But what I'm trying to do with this particular episode is just to make sure that you manage your happiness levels a little bit better, so they're not tied to a goal that when you achieve it still leaves you searching for happiness and leaves you looking and searching for it in the wrong way, because all that's going to happen. So for example, you get $1 million, you've got $1 million tomorrow, you're just going to want 2 million. So you'll be happy for a while. You stretch it out to quite a while, but then it'll be normalized and you'll be looking for another $1 million, and you'll suffer the same hardships, the same time constraints, the same money worries, and you will basically want more money. So it's the same with the cars, the same with all these material possessions. So at what point will you be happy? At what point are you telling yourself that you'll be happy? At what point are you telling yourself that from that point on you will enjoy the rest of your life? Because that's a falsehood. You need to be putting in place now, as well as achieving and striving for more, as well as setting out your goals. You need to be enjoying life now, enjoying, again, it's another cheesy cliche of, enjoy every moment, live in the present. And that's not necessarily something that I subscribe to, because if you enjoy every moment, live in the present, you're not preparing for the future. So you need to have a balance and you need to have a mix. But certainly, if you're telling yourself that at a certain point in your life you will eventually be happy, at retirement age, it's not even, I was going to say 65, but sure, it's not even 65. So that benchmark has been moved forward. I think it's 67 at the moment, and it wouldn't shock me over the next couple of decades if it becomes, because we're all living longer, if it becomes 70. So are you going to say then, when you're 70 and you don't have to work anymore and you don't have to do your daily grind, that's when you'll be happy, and that's when you'll really enjoy yourself and you'll really enjoy your life and nothing will stand in your way? I think that's a little bit too late. So keep your happiness goals in tandem with your striving for everything else, striving for your, the things that you want to have, and the things that you want to do and the things that you want to be shouldn't just be tied to, well, that's when I'll be happy. You should be attempting to be happy day to day, as well as striving for all of those things. And if they make you more happy temporarily, then deadly. But it is all about balancing it out, trying to be as happy as you can on a day-to-day basis while still striving for more. So there's no harm in being happy, but still wanting more, still wanting to achieve more. There's no reason why you have to stave off happiness and go, do you know what, I'm just going to be miserable and grumpy now, but when I have what I want, then I'll be happy. There's no reason why you can't be happy now and content with everything. And then maybe not content, but grateful for everything that you have so far, but still want to strive for more. There's a very, very healthy mindset if you can kind of get around to that. That's one that I work on a regular basis, and I'm sure you have your own methods and your own ways of doing it. So thank you for listening. Hopefully that you're happy now, and it's not put off to the future or tied to something in the future. Hopefully you're experiencing bouts of happiness now. But again, just with happiness, I know I'm supposed to be closing off because I'm running over the time, and the Friday Blitz is only ever supposed to be 5 minutes. Where does the time go? So I know that you can't be happy all day, every day, 24 hours a day. I mean, really, anyone that's going around that deliriously happy every day, there's definitely something wrong with them. And you know what? They're not actually experiencing the full range of human emotion that we're supposed to be going through. The sadness, the down times, as well as the positives, which make the positive and the happy times that bit sweeter. But you can definitely be enjoying the moments, and make sure that you are taking time out of your day and actually actively working on things that make you happy, as well as striving for the future. Okay, right, I've gone over, so I'll just talk to you next week because I've got some good ones lined up. Make sure you tune in. Don't be afraid to leave a review. Don't be afraid to leave a comment. Don't be afraid to message me. And don't be afraid to share and tell as many people as possible and your friends. Don't be afraid to take a screenshot of the podcast and share it on your social media and help the podcast get a little bit more traction, because this isn't a mainstream podcast. It's not sponsored by any of the big ones. We're not a part of the establishment. It's absolutely independent podcast, and I'm very proud of that, and hopefully you are too. So thank you for listening. I've definitely waffled over. Right, I'm signing out now. This is Roundhouse Rob, the Success Sensei. Life is a fight you can enjoy and win. Bowing out.
This has been the Success Sensei, fighting the winning fight. So add us, subscribe, like, and comment. Keep those hands up and keep moving forward.